Okay, let's start.
In the land of Mordor, where the shadows lie. It was here, on the slopes of Mount Doom, that the Dark Lord Sauron was defeated by a last alliance of men and elves. It is here that for 2,500 years the Rangers of Gondor stood watch, guarding against a nameless threat they had all but forgotten. And while the strength of Gondor faded, the power of the malice of Sauron grew in darkness. He has returned to Mordor. Shadow, flame have fallen on the Black Gate, and no mortal man can stand in its path.
That is a perfect swing for killing chicken. Wouldn't want to hurt you. It'll take a lot more than that. Dear Hyle, the mighty chicken killer. Come on. Come on. Show your father what you have, huh?
Basic
You'll
training.
have to hit harder if you want to best your father.
Yep.
Hard enough?
Parry, son. Don't forget to block.
Perhaps you should not forget to hit.
Stay alert, dear Hyle. Your enemy will not always be as he appears.
Easy, son. You're not a soldier yet.
I'll have your gun.
How did this happen? Why? How I guarded the wall if orcs just came and killed everyone? What kind of rangers are you?
My blade shall rest in your throat.
Dear Hyle, remember your training! Stand fast, dear Hyle!
Don't let him snatch you! You worry!
One of the things what I hate in this game, every time you want to kill someone, another one is trying to hit you and
Remember, son,
your finishing move is blocked. And because of this you cannot just get spectacular killings.
Not orcs, the lyrics. Far worse. It's too many. Go find your mother. Go find your mother. Keep her safe. I'll be right behind you. Go. Am I dead?
You are banished from death.
It's just empty spaces around, nothing else, only empty spaces. How orcs sneaked on them, I don't understand this.
With preciousness free-flowing, with halfling elves and dwarves engage, their wisdom on you bestowing.
Happy anniversary, Mother.
Alien, this is beautiful. Where did you find it?
I still have a few friends left in Gondor.
Did you talk to my father?
Yes, I did. And nothing has changed. He's still very stubborn.
I say we go anyway.
Dear, I will not come willingly.
There must be a better life than this.
She's right. She's absolutely right. Any place is better than Mordor.
I'm just so tired of hiding here, Talion.
We must hide now, or we are both dead. Come on.
I should have left when we had the chance.
Don't move. I'll clear a path. I'm outnumbered. Stealth is my only advantage.
And this is the only one time when the stealth works in this game. And all another times you have 50 orcs in the same place, and if you kill one, everyone else attacks you.
Put the
Stealth is
sword
useless.
down, Ranger. The Black Hand wants him alive. Take her. He will live.
We'll be together, my love. Soon. Forever.
Come back to me, Elf Lord.
So I killed him just to lure this Elf Lord
What is this place?
out of his death.
See for yourself.
do you believe me, Ranger?
What has happened to me?
You are banished from death. Cast adrift between the worlds of light and dark. Curse binds us together within the walls of Mordor.
If what you say is true, then how do we break this curse?
We find the one who cast it on us. The Black Hand of Sauron.
This looks familiar.
Callion killed a nobleman, Yorith. His life now belongs to Gondor.
Father, if you turn my love
Forge something. Fast travel, okay. Mirian. What's Mirian?
So, we missed one of you at Narcos, eh? An easy mistake to fix.
Narcos.
You will suffer for what you've done! The Black Hand wanted them all dead!
And this one's down.
Go back to him.
Okay.
What do you know of the Black Hand of Sauron?
He is a fiend. Made of thin air.
What more?
A slave I had. Swears he fought him. I sold him for a keg of grog to Gimu the slaver.
These are the captains of Sauron's army. They appear as shadows because you don't know yet their identity. Spacebar to continue. By interrogating enemies you can uncover valuable information about these captains. Press spacebar to learn their identity. Gimuk the Slaver. You have learned Gimuk's identity. This will help you to hunt him down. His title, the Slaver, gives you clues about his role in Uruk society. Veteran captain. Target located.
That is where we have to go.
trust an orc.
Trust has nothing to do with it. His thoughts cannot lie.
And this is the end of training mission, as I understand. Gold icons advance the story, red icons display power struggles where Uruks compete for status. Reward power to unlock new abilities, white icons represent side missions and collectibles, reward a Mirian to purchase upgrades. You have 2 available main missions, the Slaver, save the humans trapped within Mordor and find the Black Captains, the Spirit of Mordor, learn more about Uruk society and take down Sauron's army from within. Okay. Mirian. These coins were minted by the elven smiths of Eregion, and Mirian became the currency of that realm prized throughout Middle-earth. As with the Etheldin star moon, with which they marked their doors, Mirian was raw from Mithril, which they traded with the dwarves for. The currency would commonly be traded between the races at locations such as the market of Khazad-dûm to honor the dwarves. Mirian pieces featured Durin's door on one side and its Great Forge on the other. In the Second Age, the Dark Lord Sauron relentlessly sought the destruction of Mirian, and now the coins are supremely rare relics for a long dead kingdom. Back. Okay, and here goes the lore. Lots of lore. Mordor, a land of shadow and the home of the second Dark Lord of Middle-earth, Sauron. Mordor beckons to spirits and calls dark things to its twisted heart. It is home to many monstrous creatures, among them Caragors, Krogs, and the Ungol, monsters neither the Uruks nor the Dark Lords have tamed. Its burning heart, Aradruin, currently lays dormant. It has been still for thousands of years. Sauron's fortress Barad-dûr has not been fully razed, and it's cloaked from sight by a dark shroud. The Uruks have seized all of Mordor from the Black Gate to Nurn, hundreds of miles to the south. Many innocent people have been trapped within with little hope of escape. And what actually are the Rangers doing? They fight orcs, and if they fight orcs, how can't they win? I don't understand. More unknown, the Black Gate of Mordor is a formidable defensive structure that spans the gap between Mordor's arid Litui Ash Mountains and the Ethel Duat Mountains of Shadow. It has alternatively protected Mordor from the Gondorian invasion and Gondor from Mordor. Its walls are built of stone and are impregnable. The magnificent structure was created during the Second Age by the Dark Lord Sauron's forces during the power of the One Ring. Later, after Sauron's defeat at the Battle of Daggerland, Gondorians used prison labor to conduct the Towers of the Teeth, Narcost and Carcost. On either side of the Great Wall, Rangers of the Gondor manned the gate for over 2,000 years, but their numbers have declined dramatically since the Great Plague. Понятно, значит, I understand this is a Great Plague, the cause of these misfortunes. The Wally of Udun is a harsh and unaccommodating land used primarily as a way station for armies with ambitions to breach Mordor or attack from it. The sprawling land was once populated by Gondorian outcasts but is now commanded by the Uruks. Udun is bounded by the Black Gate in the north and the Iron Jaws of Karach Angren to the south, defended by the reoccupied stronghold Durhang and cut by the imposing Black Road leading to the fortress ruins of Barad-dûr. There the Dark Lord has retreated after his defeat by the White Council at Dol Guldur. Okay. Arad Ruin. Arad Ruin, better known as Mount of Doom. Mount Doom is the greatest volcano in Middle Earth and is the fiery heart of Sauron's realm. It was in the Semet Naur, Chambers of Fire within the mountain, that Sauron forged the One Ring to dominate all of Middle-earth, and this is the only place where it can be unmade. Arad has been dormant since the One Ring was cut from Sauron's hand, and on its very slopes it will once more burst into flame. Then Sauron has rebuilt his power in the ruins of Barad-dûr. Okay, Barad-dûr, the last one. Barad-dûr, the Dark Tower, has lain in the ruins since it was cast down by the Gondor after Sauron's defeat at the end of the Second Age. However, as long as Sauron survives, the foundations of Barad-dûr can neither be destroyed. How is possible? It is to these ruins that Sauron has retreated since his return to Mordor. Hidden behind a sorcerer's veil, he has begun to rebuild his power to the Great War of the Ring to come. Okay. People. Shit. So much lore. Okay. Talion, a Gondorian ranger. Talion was slaughtered on the Black Gate along with his wife Loret and his son Dirael. Talion did not find peace in death, however. He was cursed and resurrected by a powerful wraith who possessed his body and reforged him as an undying spirit of vengeance. Talion's swordsmanship, speed, resistance, and training have all been augmented by the wraith's presence within him, as though he himself possessed the power of the one of the great rings. He can view the unseen world, lay his hands on his foes and exploit their fears or dominate their wills, making him a monster to the monsters. Talion is bound to Mordor, doomed to reside there until he can destroy the Black Captains who murdered his family and face the Dark Lord who commands them. Yoret, Talion's wife, mother. She was born and raised in Minas Tirith. There her father was a guard of the citadel. Then she was 19. She and Talion fled Gondor together to build a new life on the frontier of the kingdom. How stupid. She was killed along with her family by the Black Hand of the Sauron and returned to Mordor. Dirael was Talion and Yoret's son, born and raised on the Black Gate. Dirael wanted nothing more than to be a ranger like his father and his grandfather before him. It was not to be, he was killed. Okay, Rangers of the Black Gate. Gondor controlled the Black Gate for over 2 millennia after Sauron's defeat, with the Rangers keeping watch over Mordor. The Rangers supervised the building of the Towers of the Teeth, standing guard over the Gondorian prisoners who would later escape into Udun and settle there. So the prisoners were Gondorians? I thought the prisoners were orcs. Why not to use orcs to build the wall? It's just logical. Over the centuries, the Rangers suffered greatly, their numbers whittled down by a great plague and an invasion by the Easterlings. Eventually, a small but hardened crew stood to to man the watch, a brave few who were quickly overwhelmed when Sauron returned. Wraith. There are many restless spirits within Middle-earth who have not been able to find peace in death. Wights, wraiths and ghosts of terror, Sauron the Necromancer calls to them all within the borders of the Mordor. Should he rebuild his power and be able to command this lost army of the dead, he will be unstoppable. Uruks, the Great Orcs. The Uruks is the elite of all orc breeds. They are grown in huge vats at the leadership caste and are taller, stronger, better able to withstand daylight and more ill-tempered than the other lesser orcs. They are captains and commanders, bred for war and determined to take back their homeland for the Dark Lord Sauron. They impose their will with brute force. They hate beautiful things, will not admit to any fierce revel in slaughter, and enslave any who stand in their path. They are certain their Dark Lord has returned to lead them to their destiny and their as the rulers of Middle-earth. Ugly motherfuckers. The Hammer of Sauron. The Hammer was once a man, stretcher bearer for Gondor, dedicated to retrieving the wounded. His life changed on the slopes of Mount Doom when he retrieved Sauron's mace after the Dark Lord fell. And he took up the weapon of Sauron. He realized that his life had been wasted in saving others who sought glory in war. If men wished to die gloriously in battle, he would grant their wish with pleasure. He became doomed to bloodlust that would never be sated. He has waited millennia for the Dark Lord's return to Mordor, and now his purpose has been revealed to him. The Tower of Sauron. As the tower's evil has grown, so has his stature. He is trapped inside armor that will not grow with him, and his agony is exquisite. He was once a Numenorean, and as he can recall, he either built a tower or was locked inside one. So he was Numenorean, so he's a bad motherfucker. His appearance is horrific. To stand near him is to feel the revulsion he feels for himself. Even his fellow captains despise the tower, although they have come to rely on his great corrupting evil. His propensity for slaughter is unmatched. He makes his victims feel his pain, and he revels in it. The Black Hand of Sauron. The Black Hand is the greatest and the most feared of the Black Captains. His mere presence on the battlefield spears terror among his foes and servants alike. Some say he was once a Grey King from the east who brought Sauron the heads of two Ishtari as gifts. Others say that he returned across the seas with Sauron after the fall of Numenor. Still others claim that he is the Dark Lord himself, once again taking fire form within Mordor. There are many stories of his origins. All of them are lies. The only things which are certain are that he is the master of deceit, and that he serves in the Dark Lords with absolute loyalty. Talents of the Black Hand. The Talons are the elite personal guards of the Black Hand of Sauron. The Black Hand was schooled in sorcery arts at the side of the Necromancer, and he personally draws forth the talents from their sprawling beds at Barad-dûr. They are tested in battle immediately after they are dragged screaming into a world of anger, hatred, and fury. There are always 5 talents, and whenever one falls in battle, his body is returned to the vats where his death can feed the creation of his successor. Of his corpse cannot be successfully carried back to Barad-dûr, then the remaining talents are sacrificed in his stead. Okay. And the last piece. Tutorials. I will not read. Okay, sword. Runes available. 20% chance critical hits with the sword will ignite enemies and the blade flames grow orange. Orc Slayer. Okay, later. I don't really give a crap about this now. Now I'm here in this new location, right? The slaver, confrontation, intel, confrontation, the forge tower, and spirit of Mordor. So looks like I need to go here to the slaver, but first maybe I will take this Ifildin. And this is artifact, okay.
The world has changed. Nothing makes sense.
Nothing has changed. This is how it will be. The future and the past are linked in darkness.
I don't understand why I'm here.
And I can't remember. Let's go find the slaver. His mind may provide answers.
I need to switch on vertical sync. Ah, it's already on?
Nani here, Gelar Mordor.
I don't know what is this. I will not read about pipeweed.
These Ithilden, Star Moon, forged of Mithril. They hold memories of the ancient past. The knowledge within may be fair or ill.
It can be ill. Okay, I will go to this mission. It's shitty anyway. I don't know why it's happening.
There's a war keep on his way. And he's a real piece of work.
Anyway,
Saw him fighting once, and he killed everything in his.
it looks like shit. Now it's disappeared. Awareness. Okay, I already said the stealth is serious bullshit in this game.
Watch him! Get him! Hey!
Oh.
I finally caught up with you! The hunt across Mordor is over! Now you die!
I don't know who you are, but you're fucking dead. Maybe. And
Sauron has returned, and your
Another
kind are
one?
no longer welcome in Mordor.
okay, I'm out of here. This is useless. I can't do anything here. Just 100 orcs spawned in one place.
Too many who are talking about his sorcery.
I forgot how to vault over the enemies. Aha, spacebar.
You'll never see me coming! Carry your corpse, Saragos!
-1. He left alone. You're dead. You fucking dead.
You won't catch me with simple tricks. The strategy is flawed. Fall back.
You will not fall back. -2. And where is new weapon? Ah, it's a new rune. Okay, one more. Shadow strike move. No. Stealth kill and ground executions. Deal extra damage. Immune to poison. Okay, this one. And for a sword. Okay. Nice. And this is what? Intel? No, I will first I will come here. Unlock ability, okay, great. You have enough M to purchase an upgrade. Pressing 2 on this menu will allow you to view your attributes. Earn XP to gain ability points. Play power struggles to earn power more quickly. Okay. Mirian is a currency to upgrade your weapons and increase your maximum health. Focus on elf shot. Earn Mirian by finding collectibles and completing side missions, challenges and bonuses. Okay. So first I want to, I can only max HP. This is great. Elf shot I don't really like. Focus unlocks a rune slot. Okay, never mind. Progression. Attribute abilities. Execution when you hit Steric's charge. This is great. I'll just take it straight away. And what's new here? Uruk captains? Yes. Uruk captains oversee Sauron's army. They enforce construction and demolition projects, craft battle plans, and administer discipline to their underlings. The Uruk hierarchy is combative captains win their place by slaughtering those above them and keep power by destroying underlings who might oppose them. This ensures endless competition among the Uruks, and winning the rank of captain means an Uruk is one of the strongest, deadliest and most devious of their kind. As a measure of their status, captains often carry their best weapon and armor pried from the corpses of the foes they have killed, and bear their scars from the battles they have fought. Okay, lore. What's new? Baradur, Arduin. Ifildin. Ifildin, so-called Star Moon, are ancient symbols that can be found carried into the living stone and the ruins of Mordor. They are relics of the ancient kingdom, invisible to all but the Wraith, who can see into the unseen world. The Wraith with Intellion can view and activate these symbols of power. More to the point, he feels a distant connection with them. They are relics of the past. Okay. Tutorials. Not today. Strange rock. These artifacts called memories of Mordor use to look memory and press X to reveal it. Strange rock. Red ruins eruption are sudden and violent. Then the mountain wakes in fire, none are safe. The sky is darkened with smoke and ash, and the fiery rocks are shot high into the air before landing with deadly force. This glassy obsidian stone is one of those volcanic rocks. It dates back to the Second Age, perhaps to when the Dark Lord formed his initial bond with the volcano. These remnants of the Red Ruins fury are prized for their hardness, and they are often sharpened to make weapons.
Where'd you get off to, child?
I found this, Daddy.
This kind of rock is very rare. It comes from the volcano. There. Now, Doom is a foul place, angry and mean. It will explode when Sauron is near and plotting, spitting all manner of foulness into the air. Smoke and dust and rocks that burn the ground. It does this as a warning. I will not stay silent for long. Sort of like your mother. Don't tell your mother I said that.
So this rock is...
It is a rock, nothing more. And you needn't be afraid of a rock or Doom, which is silent to this very day. And sweetie, if you need a lesson from all this, why, here's a fine one. Even a foul place like that volcano can produce beautiful things.
Beautiful piece of lore. And we shall continue. Intel. Okay, I will try one time to gain intel.
There has been no sign of fire on Mount Doom for generations.
I watched Gil-galad die on the slopes of Orodruin, burned to death by the heat of Sauron. This is where the storm will gather that will engulf the world of men.
We will reveal Captain's strength and unlock their weaknesses. Unlocked weaknesses enable you to more easily defeat a captain. Vulnerability means the captain can be killed in one strike with a specific combat strategy. For example, a captain who is stealth vulnerable will be instantly killed by a stealth attack. Okay. Weaknesses: damaged by ranged attacks, damaged by combat finishers, can be injured by combat finishers, can be injured by ranged shot or shadow strike. Strength: grapple, can swing you around, jump attack, leaps far while striking. Fearless, cannot be terrified, neither flees. Okay, this is, from my point of view, mostly useless at this point of the game. Maybe when you have some strong enemies. No, this is not the one. And I will continue to the here.
not the bravest of food I've got a bottle. You're gibbering with fear. Just you wait. We're gonna be getting orders to join up with the other foolish nearby.
Idiot.
Get behind him!
Ability point. Yee-hoo! Upgrades. Detonate. Nice. Also nice. I will take this one. Counter-attack is one of the basic things in this game, so it's important.
The Zurich's been killed!
A flash of silver lightning carving his way through the Dark Lord's ranks. Each foe had his life stolen away before he knew it. Forge the legend of the Dagger Archangel. This is a challenge. I don't like this shit. A bit.
Mordor's darkness sure can wear.
Thank you.
Don't stop fighting, Ranger.
Not at all.
So four left. This is not a stealth skill, right? Nope.
No Uruk deserves to be strung along for this long.
Two. Yeah. One left, right?
All the way up to the watch. What a way to go.
Okay, I complete this one, but I don't like these challenges. Complete other side missions to earn Mirian. Earn enough and you will be able to purchase a devastatingly powerful ability for your dagger. The shadow of Aharn will allow you to disappear for a short time, enabling unlimited stealth kills. Nice.
Thank you, Ranger.
Artifact.
I'm getting a promotion, I know it. But you best stop groveling and give me your spare grog now.
Ability. No. I think detonate. I will take detonate. Attributes, of course, health. First things first. Second rune. And the flame. Durtank, a Gondorian stronghold built in Udun after the defeat of Sauron by the Last Alliance. Durtank stood watch over Karet Angren and the lands beyond it. Rangers posted at the garrison patrolled Udun for more than 1,000 years, but attrition, invading Easterlings, and the Great Plague weakened their ranks. Eventually the stronghold became impossible to hold. It was abandoned in the Third Age of the Middle Earth in TA 1640, and since Sauron's return has been taken over by the Uruks as a military fortress. Sad.
Killer's bled by now.
Intel.
The Tark scum are crying again. It's not.
And where is artifact?
Kill the left hand. Look. No use looking now.
Mortar and pestle, a remarkable find. This artifact might date back to the Second Age, to the Great Númenórean incursion. Therein, the Dark Lord Sauron willingly fell into captivity. It would likely have been used by a healer to grind roots and herbs into the creation of poultices and unguents required to keep an army hale and relatively healthy.
Messengers have rolled into camp. They're reporting few casualties. We've struck a mighty blow against the forces of Mordor aligned against us. Let it be so, and not fools' idle chatter. Haggadorn, what news?
They say we've won a monumental victory! You'll not be needing all that Athelis you've been grinding, my friend. Few need healing on this day, and more's the wonder. They say the Golden King has brought back a prize. Sauron himself. They're in the heavy chains.
Golden King? Who's a Golden King? Tutorials, when these tutorials will end already?
I have lived half my life on the boundary of Mordor, thinking it was dead, never knowing the stories it held.
The Land of Shadow is awakening from a long slumber. It has many stories yet to tell us.
So what is mission? Survival challenge, hunting challenge 1 is complete. 1 kill 3 spiders. Survival challenge, I don't know, do I need this? I really doubt not I need this. I filled in one more. I will come here and do the mission. Finally.
Where was you earlier? How's that don't work? Nobody liked him anyway.
Worthwhile.
We got a couple of artifacts. Might have gotten more, but a pack of carnivores attacked us and killed half the pigskins.
Don't forget who the master is!
And there is the
artifact. You want more grog? You ain't done nothing.
Up or down?
And if I got some, I'd actually be wanting to do something. Prisoner gotten away a filthy shot.
It's down. Okay.
So which is better for torturing? A hot iron or a hammer?
Iron shackle. These are prisoners' shackles, leg irons to be specific. They date back to the Second Age and were most likely worn by Gondorian captives, men and women. Those involuntarily servitude built the towers of the teeth, flanking the Morannon. These captives would later throw off their shackles and begin a new life as outcasts in Udun. Some would keep their shackles to remind themselves of their hardship.
All right, worms. Welcome to the Black Gate. You'll be building our watchtowers for us. Hard work will be rewarded.
Sir, do you mean hard work will be rewarded with a shorter sentence?
The traitors, the lot of you. Murderers and thieves. When I say rewarded, I mean I won't throw you to the catacombs.
These men are not soldiers. They are not ready to die.
All things that live must die. Man alone faces the mystery of what is beyond death.
Thank you.
Finally, I'm free.
The Slaver. An Uruk slaver holds a captive with information on the Black Captains. Hunt down the slaver, rescue the captive, and find out what he knows.
prisoner created a distraction. Why use your human side to track the Uruk? I see more than any mortal.
By the time you see him, I'll be standing over his corpse.
Slay the Orc captain, cut off the head of the snake, and the body will wither.
Archers. I must take out the eyes of the camp.
Boss told me we should get ready to march out of Udun in a bit. I heard the slave begging for mercy. Begging you for his blood. If one more runs, we'll be out of pole.
Second one.
Any slave trying to escape will starve to death on the pole. Don't think you can get away. I'm gonna shoot myself. Fast enough to escape, eh? No weakling man can outrun a hoodoo.
I'm alerted the captain, right? And this captain is vulnerable to what? To arrows, right? You cannot... Oh, okay. Ranged attacks and shadow strike.
Shadow slave. Take his head! Pity I have to kill you. You would make a strong slave. Kill the glove! I'm pushing! Don't let up!
Nice, nice, nice.
So you didn't die 10 years ago. I take it you did not come here to arrest me for treason, Captain?
You and I are all that remains of that garrison, Hugo.
Then why did you come here?
Looking for a slave that fought the Black Hand of Sauron.
More like ran away from him.
You know this man?
Of course. You're staring at him.
Where are the servants of the Dark Lord? Do you even know?
Perhaps.
This is no time to keep secrets.
I have been stuck here for weeks. Steady. Come to the outcast camp. We shall ask my scouts.
I'll be there.
Golem.
It's just another orc.
No. Someone who wants to be seen. We should tread with caution.
Why he's following me? I don't have a ring. Or am I? Photo mode. It can be toggled on off in the options. Photo mode allows you to pause the game to take a snapshot of the action. Nice. Maybe later. New rune. Fell voices. Recover all focus and all health for killing a captain or war chief. Nice. But which one is better? The outcasts of Udun. The outcasts are descendants of escaped Gondorian prisoners. Their forefathers built the Towers of the Teeth on a Black Gate many centuries ago. Their escape into Udun allowed them to create new lives for themselves. Even if the land was harsh and unforgiving, they were free. Now Sauron and the Uruks have returned, and there is no freedom to be found within the land of the shadow. Runes? Behold the runes. Elvish smiths detail their great deeds and commemorate the triumphs of long-dead warriors with these enigmatic and powerful markings. The smiths employ arcane craft to create their runes, recording the final fate of their enemies with the metallic compound Ithildin and attaching them to their armor, blades, and great bows. In this way, the elves create and cast a unique legend for their fabled weapons. This legend will grow with each great deed. The Uruks will come to know weapons adorned by them in name, and they have Glamdring and Orcrist, and for fear its great power, and to fear its great power. A lot of lore. The Black Road. The Mordor Central Highway, the Black Road, runs from the Black Gate through the Valley of Udun, intersects the Gorgoroth's plains, and terminates at the edge of the Sorcerer's Vale, protecting the fortress of Barad-dûr. Since its construction in the Second Age, the Black Road has functioned primarily as a passageway for Middle-earth's many invading or retreating armies. The road is back again under Orcish control and as an ominous portent, being widened by the enslaved people of Udun to support the Dark Lord's growing armies. The Burrows. The Uruks will not admit to feeling fear, but they avoid the Burrows. They believe these caverns to be haunted by the vengeful dead, the spirits of men and elves slain at the Battle of Daggerlad. The truth is not so far from their suspicion. Because these caverns are avoided by the Uruks, they make an ideal refuge for the outcasts of Udun, and the Barrows are the headquarters of the leader, Hirgon. They are connected to a series of caverns which lead out of Mordor, emerging on the other side beneath the Great Gate. It is through here that the outcast can hope to escape from Mordor and reach the freedom of Minas Tirith. Hirgon. Hirgon of Ternost. Hirgon of Ternost was a ranger stationed on the Black Gate. Hirgon served the guard faithfully, but fell in love with an outcast woman, Erin, and deserted, risking execution for leaving his post. Love prevailed, the two were married, and Hirgon lived among the outcasts, people who feared and hated his kind. When the Uruks invaded Udun, Hirgon's skills proved invaluable, and the outcasts often deferred to his experience. He was unable to stop his beloved wife from being captured by the Uruks and seeks desperately to rescue her. All of this looks like a story of Black, how it's called, Dark Black Watch at the Great Wall in Game of Thrones. It's very familiar. An interesting party. You have attracted the attention of mysterious creature. Track him down and discover what he knows of you. Okay.
Nothing better than seeing the menfolk wailing for mercy. That's why it's better to kill the pigskins when you got a bit of an audience.
Set a new target. Okay, you. Redback the coward.
Quartermaster said I stole weapons from him. Filthy liar. He's to be tossed into the forge. When night comes, be on guard for ghouls.
Run! Run, you fool! Flee, you fool! He just burying his body, or what's he doing?
Wish I'd been there to see the look on those rangers' faces when our Lord came knocking on their door at the Black Gate.
What sort of rodent hides in the shadows, I wonder?
Something of great power has left its mark on him. I sense it.
Do you feel he has answers?
For both of us.
We should find him then.
It shouldn't be too difficult.
These tracks are not quite human, not quite beast.
Even more reason to investigate.
Be wary. This creature leads us to peril. Not even outcasts deserve this fate.
The chain of man seems to always end in shackles.
It would appear the creature is an apt climber.
Team slaves finally escaped. If that was my camp, their first attempt would have
Strike from above. Right Kergor's Elven Swiftness. This one. One more room. Nice. Equipped.
it knows more of me than I know of myself.
How could a rodent possibly know of a wraith?
It is somehow connected to me. I feel it.
I would not give up hope. Wait! Oscar!
Your creature's path is fraught with danger.
Somebody sneaking around?
The run's tracks lead us right into that Caragor cave.
There! It's on the run!
I want to kill spiders. Spiders die. One more. Completed. Okay, nice.
What manner of spell is this?
A lost Italian.
You remember? A few broken images, yes.
Now I wish that I didn't.
Your family was...
Perhaps that pain is what connects us.
That's it, What do you want?
Looks like I'm gonna die.
It is escaping.
No, that's it. Caragor. The common Caragor is vicious, disgusting, and a relentless killing machine. It's a native to Mordor and their realm's top predator. Their powerful legs make them excellent sprinters and fair climbers. Their jaws are powerful enough to snap through bones and cut through all manner of armor. They attack and kill any competing predators such as orcs on sight. Orcs have begun to capture and cage these animals, although their attempts to domesticate them as the cavalry mounts have been largely unsuccessful. This Caragor has proven remarkably stubborn and resistant to training. Orcs? Yeah.
Hunters. They must have tracked the Caragors here.
will just end till Karagor eats all of them. Or we kill Karagor. No.
Cowardly creature lurks around here somewhere.
You will remember Precious. We will make him. Yes. We must have her back. We must have her. Quiet. Quiet, Precious.
Think you could sneak up on me so easily, eh?
Mordor hurts us.
What does he know of it?
Bright Master. Yes, we know hers. Bright Master came to us in our dreams. Precious. It showed us. It showed us treasures of the Bright Master.
No more.
Yes, we swore. We swore to serve the Bright Master. We take him to his treasures.
I do not trust him.
But we need him. Do you not wish to know who I am?
Don't you know who you are yourself? 600 XP, what the hell? Confrontation. Okay, maybe I will. And what's the special reward? Power 8, and my power is power 8 is he's powerful. I don't know if I can beat him. Okay, I will try. Only hunters with him.
What is that?
He's here? Or he's not here? I wanted to sneak on him.
Don't you dare run away from me! I'll chase you all over Mordor! My kill! Crushing fight!
Why do I don't have any? Any health? Why? What's happened? Why am I dying? This motherfucker is healing too. Invulnerable. Of course.
Chase them! Hold it right there!
I will die anyway. He's too powerful for me. I don't know why, but I'm dying anyway.
I got ya!
I'm dead. Use to move cursor into a circle and press this plate button or to counterattack.
Time, bugger! You've no idea my skills, Ranger! I'll kill you, Mordor!
No. I lived. I lived. That's great. That's great. That's cool. That's cool. That's super cool. 18 power. 18. I need to unlock this tower just to be a boss here in this area. So only one left. This one.
You get a good look at that weird creature. The one that's been stalking around watching us. It's something else.
Burn!
Mordor takes Eldar shape.
You can also advance time in the world by highlighting an unlocked forge tower and pressing Z. Advancing time will resolve power struggles, repopulate herbs, and change the time of day. Okay. What's this? Outcast and Ifildin. I will collect everything. Every freaking collectible in this game. I don't know what's this, but okay.
The only food what's left is a crate full of raw fish.
Elsberet Gitoniel, he was singing the hymn, then the ambush came. It was the last mistake his enemies ever made. Forge the legend of the bow Askar. Free the slaves to knock out Cass rescue mission.
rescue my friends before they're killed.
Lugnak the Black. Weaknesses: vulnerable to combat finishers, stealth finishers, clumsy, can be grabbed without requiring low health. Well, vulnerable to mounted beasts. Die. Just die. Slaves are executed for any insult, real or imagined, against their brutal taskmasters. Free them from their unjust fate. And into the pit. Legendary sword Urfael. Where am I? Here. Okay, and this is Ifildin again, and this is Outcast again. I don't know, I will just finish few of this collectibles, and I will be finishing for today after this. No, I don't need this shit. He's not dying. Lockpick. The simple metal prod is a burglar's best friend. The pick is small and easy concealed. It can be palmed or even hidden under the tongue with minimal effort. In the hands of a skilled thief, the pick can be used to quickly and quietly defeat most locks of non-magical origin.
Sir, the situation is very confused. How is it confused? I see the prisoners escaping, running towards the gates, which seem to have flown open by sorcery or sabotage. Archer, stand down! Sir, we're not wasting good arrows on those people. They've served their purpose. They're damned. They're damned well out of my hair. Mordor can take the whole stinking lot of them. And send my compliments to the captain of the gates. I suppose he sent me this lockpick as some sort of joke.
Okay, let's continue. Some loser just died without me doing anything.
The last place we want to be is the one place we are doomed to stay. And the outcast fled into it to escape Gondor.
And it is here that the Dark Lord will gather his armies like pieces on a game board. Unless we stop him.
I need to collect this rune for my bow. Unbreakable bond. And this one. I don't know why I'm collecting this, but okay. Only one collectible left, so why not?
Even in cages, these menfolk are surprisingly tough. We gotta come down on them hard. Anything, sweeter. There's been a murder.
Keep faith that he fights for the resistance.
It's unlikely if not he was caught and made
Do you that? How can we be out of food again? I thought we could go a few days without going on another hunt.
Blade. Numenoreans carried a great many things with them in a great diaspora. Their journey was long and perilous, and not all who undertook it lived to see their new homes. They carried with them what they could. Beyond their physical possessions, their tools and their trinkets, they also carried with them their shared dreams for a better life. Their land was consumed, but they would live on, and their relics are spread throughout Middle Earth.
He's in jail for a reason.
For saying what we're all thinking.
You want to live forever? Plow in this field?
The elves lord it over us. Don't they just? Sauron's right. We can live without pain, without growing old.
And you want to go to war to make that happen?
I want the king to listen to good ideas.
Well, he should have nothing to do with Sauron. Fighting with the elves is not a bad idea. It's the worst idea imaginable.
That's true. That's true. Can't disagree with that. I will try one more time to
No blood of
finish
Numenor
this
is in
one.
my veins. I am a Northman, an exile. Phallus never let me forget that, and Yorith never cared.
To the Eldar, all men are the followers. Fleeting visitors who soon pass beyond the circles of the world.
Why are they not dying? That's it. Why it's not finishing? Okay, so this one, I will try to kill this one. Power 8, maybe I will be able to do it again.
Where was you working? Out hunting? Nah, I was guarding a slave.
What's his... Do I know him? No, I don't know him. Ah, yeah, I can see like this.
Author.
Damaged by ranged attacks.
Why do you leave them dead soskins like that? Well, you was close to the bay, kept all the good meat on. There's nothing left. Yo! Glad you could make it. We're your welcoming party.
Nice to meet you, welcoming party. He's dead. recover 5 health. That's great. Looks like with this alarm I cannot just go and kill whoever I want. I need to wait until this alarm will be down.
The shadows, have you? Very well. Now face your end.
No, I will not face my end. I will just run away like a little girl and hide. Caragor. I don't know why I'm collecting this.
Stay there!
Can I start the mission with so many orcs behind me? Slaves are executed from I already read all that. I still have alarm. I need more power to unlock some of these abilities.
When I fight, I want to be close to my enemy so I can smell his terror.
Broke loose, and now someone's got to go get it back.
It was an accident. That was an accident. I didn't want to kill him.
It's not my problem. All right, enough lollygagging. The killers won't get this
right. Well, when we will stop watching for me, looking for me?
He's close. I can smell him. He's probably out there right now listening. Felgrot.
Interrogate another captain. Okay. Die already. killed all of them, looks like. There's this explosion.
Hello? You there? Come here.
Huge ass explosion. Killed maybe 20 orcs or something. That was great. Outcast rescue missions. Completing outcast rescue missions makes outcasts more likely to help you by proving intel or on captains or fighting back against their captors.
To insult that orc, but I'll do it again to see you slaughter them so.
Got set on fire the other day.
Branding iron, not all scorchy, is a common refrain among the orcs of Udun. It is interesting to note that while branding these red-hot irons as a punishment is commonplace, the orcs searing the flesh of their unruly brethren as much as they do their slaves. Old Scorchy is unique, based only on the most recalcitrants. The orcs believe Scorchy holds sorcerer's powers, enabling it to burn longer and hotter, and to scorch with such intensity the pain can be felt for weeks after the branding.
Not so brave now, are you? Hold him, boys. Get some filthy hands off me! It's simple, see. Do unto others quicker and harder than they do unto you. But at least you tried. Next time, try harder. This is going to hurt a lot. But you'll learn who's in charge. No! Not old Scorchy! Anything but old Scorchy!
Interesting story. Nice.
These Uruk have a twisted concept of justice.
It is not justice. It is the constant weeding out of the weak in favor of the strong.
Intel.
Where was you at?
He's looking for me, no? Ah, no. Nice helmet. Combat finishers, stealth finishers, clumsy. Last one who was clumsy just burnt in a campfire.
Out hunting.
If you ask me, the living quarters for the soft skins at the Hollow are the best in Mordor.
Wasted time. If they was tougher, they wouldn't need
He will see me now, right? No?
We'd have more roads built to make dignity.
Now you deal with Karagor.
Spice anyway. I saw someone over there.
Who's this?
I've had enough of this.
see something.
Someone's killed him.
Another tower. I will complete this tower and I will finish today's session.
Each citadel to the light against the shadow.
So, what do we have? What do we have? Outcast, artifact, confrontation, intel, another bow mission, dagger mission. It's a sword mission here. Yeah, it's a sword mission. But this is stronghold. Can I destroy stronghold somehow? To avoid this horde of orcs? I don't know. Okay. I will read all the lore and I will stop the translation stream.
Can't believe you would kill us for breaking a few tools. The others didn't get away. Please help.
Weapons and runes. Select a rune by pressing X to destroy it and convert to M. Okay. Unbreakable bonds. Five health. Increase headshot damage. Headshot damage is greater than everything here. And here, 50 health on a stealth kill. That's okay. But a hidden blade. Deal extra damage to captains and war chief is much better. And appendices. Nature. Flies. Nah. Mushrooms. Nah. People. Golem. A pathetic creature, Gollum has all but forgotten his original name. He was Smeagol, a hobbit corrupted beyond redemption by the power of the One Ring. Smeagol obtained the ring, affectionately called My Precious, through treachery and took it to a new home under the Misty Mountains. Under the ring's evil influence, Smeagol lived for centuries, his mind destroyed and his body twisted into pale, skeletal form. The orcs he preyed on called him Gollum after his horrid choking cough, and the name stuck. Smeagol was no more. After 4 centuries, the ring grew restless and soft, and sought a new owner in the hobbit Bilbo Baggins, but Gollum has not forgotten his precious. He has journeyed into Mordor to find it, drawn to the power of the Ringmaker. Slaves. The Uruks are building Sauron's war machine on the back of the conquered and enslaved humans. A burgeoning slave trade exists throughout Mordor within newly captured slaves sent to Taurband and then shipped out via great beasts. Throughout Mordor, slaves are working into foundries and mills, growing food for the Uruks and suffering on poles as object lessons in obedience. A slave's life consists of toil and beatings. This is New Mordor, and human slaves are making it reality. But the Grave Walker has brought a small glimmer of hope back into their lives. Grave Walker? Ah, it's me, Grave Walker. lore. Uruk's Hollow. Barat's Seal. Barat's Seal. Nothing is known about these enigmatic ruins, creations or destruction, save for the haunted visions of Wraith possessing the doomed Ranger Talion. These towers are familiar. The eternal enemy time has cloaked their purpose, obscured their forms, and made a distant memory of their creators. Until such time as their origins are uncovered, we can only classify these ruined monoliths as a Barat's Seal, towers of starlight. Unseen, they are shadows of Mordor's distant, violent past, reflecting memories of the lost elvish land Eregion. And that's it. And tutorials I'm not interested in. Okay, I think I did huge progress this time. Half of the map is covered, so I will just finish few confrontations next time and continue with the story. The Spirit of Mordor. Sauron's Uruks relentlessly abuse lesser orcs in their violent struggles for power. Investigate how the power of the Wraith can exploit these struggles, piercing weak minds to bring down the enemy forces from within. One orc mind in particular shines as a blazing beacon of weakness. I already have started this game once, and I remember it will be an orc who will be taking credit for our killings, and he will be growing in the ranks, but I don't know where this story will lead us. It will be interesting, I think. Thanks for watching. See you next time.